Hi, this is Andrew from Zina. Today I'm going to show you how I create some of my jewelry. This is a sketch that I've imported. I'm going to go ahead and select this. This is actually a rail for a bracelet. I am going to extrude it. I'm going to choose 25 millimeters, and I'm going to choose both sides so it becomes 50 millimeters, but therefore it's perfectly centered in the 3D universe. This is not anything that's printable. This is just a surface, which now I'm going to use the Unwrap tool, which will basically lay out what this piece would be like flat. So I'm changing everything to 0 so it's perfectly centered. I'm rotating it 90 degrees. And now you can see that this piece has been unwrapped, and it shows you that there is an edge, an outside edge to what this metal would be if it were opened up and flat. So I no longer need this piece. I'm going to go ahead and delete item, and I'm left with just the shell. Now I like to work in Shaper, so I've already gone into the modeling here. I'm going to go ahead and unfreeze that, and we'll go back into the edit surfaces, and you'll see there's 3 ways you can work in points, you can work in edges, and you can work in surfaces. So starting in edges, what I did is ahead of time I went in and I've selected attributes, and I called it top alt edges. So now I can go back and select these edges, and alt meaning alternating. You can see that every other line has been chosen on the top plane only. What that allows me to do is when I choose my move tool, I can take the Z direction, which is the vertical direction, and just move these pieces up. So as I move these lines up, you will see the lines in between stay level with the surface, but the lines that I've chosen are the ones that actually raise, and you can see how that gets affected. Now, if I want to raise it just a specific amount, what I will do is I will go ahead and choose this little ruler, and I can set, which I already did before, the Z to just go up by 1.5 millimeters. There it is. So you can kind of get an idea how that ripple is. But it looks too ripply. So there is a tool here, and you will see it says Create Sharp Edges. Click that once, and now I've got nice sharp edges on the top, nice soft edges on the bottom, and there you go. Now I'm going to move to the points, and what you'll see is all of these points are set up on the top edges. Actually, they're anywhere where the lines or edges intersect with each other, you will have a point. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit these points, but let me go back to the other one because there's too many points to edit. So now I'm going to go ahead and hide this one, and we'll go now into modeling 2, which I've already gotten a start on. And what you'll see here is the points have started to be manipulated. So in my attributes, you will see that I've done all of these lists. So here's row 1 points that have been brought together, and then these are the points in between row 1 and row 2. So let's go to row 3 points, the row 3 midpoints. So what you'll see is you'll see that it's been chosen every other point in 2 rows, and there's another row here that you can't see because of the way the surface now exists. So what I will do now is I'm going to choose my Resize tool, and when I click that and I choose the green arm and then drag it in towards the center, I'm dragging these points in towards each other. So now I have moved those. I'm going to go back to my attributes, and now I will choose the row 4 points, choose my Resize tool, move those towards each other. And then the last row, I can't use the resize, but what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and select these, holding down the Command key so I can select more than one point at a time. And once I get all of those points selected, then I'm just going to use the Move tool, and I'm going to manually move these points away. And now when you look on the side, you can see that where we had those nice clean rows before, the rows are now wavy, and that was achieved by moving the specific points as I wanted them to. So now I'm going to get out of that really quickly, And what you'll notice is that the piece that I've been working on fits perfectly inside this box. I always go a little bit wider and a little bit longer so that I don't have any of the piece that I'm working on extend beyond those lines, because the tool that I'm about to use will not work if that's the case. So now I'm going to choose my piece, and I'm going to choose the wrap tool as opposed to the unwrap tool. And what I want to wrap it around is the unwrap. And I'll go ahead and validate that. And now the piece that I have been working on has been wrapped around that unwrap, and I can go ahead and send that to the Formlabs printer and print that out and have the model on my desk in just a few short hours.